All right, so it's 8 o'clock and it's game on. Today we're gonna go visit this nebula right here, which is sort of on my way home. A little bit ways down here towards the bottom. But we're gonna dive in here. We're gonna take a look and see what it looks like inside this nebula. Maybe land on a planet. And have a look. So that is the big plan. So, wrap up everything here. All right. So I just got into this system. So I set up the waypoints. Get there. I did do a few jumps already this morning. I changed the waypoint, I believe, so we're jumping straight into the nebula now. Basically bypassing that one last waypoint before it. They were so close together that there wasn't really much point. So there's about 27 jumps to get to our destination. We'll probably enter the nebula a few jumps before that. We're basically going to be doing more or less speed racing here. Just jump from system to system, scoop some fuel along the way, and just get to our goal. It's such a long ways away from the bubble, and I have to work my way back, so we're just gonna have to do some speed racing here. So even if I'm missing some good opportunities to scan some decent planets, it's gonna have to be how it is. You can always come back out here, well, not here, but you know, a little bit out in the depth and do some scanning, not too horribly far away from some sort of civilization. Putting that on a list of things to do, not on a list of things to do right now. I'm already sort of, you know, stuck out here. I don't have any options. So I think that dark spot that we're seeing there in front of us is the nebula that we're going for. That seems to consistently be on the screen somewhere in front of me. So we're aiming for that.
Fuel scooping complete. charging. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so we'll have a look and see how we're doing with the jumps here. Should be getting closer.
Fuel scooping complete.
Make sure to stay out of the sun. Alright, I'm gonna stop and scan here because I can. And some of these planets looked really nice. There's at least one water world here, so. Gotta do a little bit of scanning just to make sure we get that paycheck at the end of this trip. So just doing some random sampling. This one and this one looks interesting. This could be an Earth-like. So just gonna scan the innermost planet here. Yeah, Earth-like. That is really awesome. That's a terraforming candidate. Not sure what that's gonna be yet. Could just be a high metal content world. We'll see. All right. Alright, sorry, that's I'm trying to stay away from distractions, but it's not easy. You gotta try and manage kids even away from home. Alright, so that one wasn't anything special. It could be a terraforming candidate, but I don't know. Right, so there's that dark cloud again, which I believe is the nebula we're heading for. It seems to be the only candidate at this point. So we may try a couple of things. Try and land on a planet. Outside, so that we have a view of the nebula from a planet. And then land on a planet inside. See what it will look like from the inside. I know it's probably not going to be a whole lot different than being in the ship, but I've been in the ship for like 2 weeks straight now. starting to feel like burnt bacon. Even if I can't actually leave the ship, I don't have an SRV, so I can't leave the ship, but you know, feet on the ground anyways, even if it's only ship feet. Alright, it's a little weird that it's not. Maybe it is. Yeah, that's gotta be it right there. So this thing looks to be like at the bottom of the galaxy. Although I'm not quite sure which is what. But that's really not super relevant. It almost looks like it's fading a little bit as we get closer. I don't know if maybe it's just the light of the sun behind us. Seems to be clearing up a little bit as soon as we get away from the light pollution. That was really weird. It was displaying the distance in millions of meters rather than light years. Alright, so we're 16 jumps out. So that is still a considerable distance. Just want to have a look. And we're high above it still. So this is almost like a nosedive. A nosedive through the galactic plane. get down to the bottom here for this. And it's definitely like light. There it goes with the weird numbers again. It is definitely a an issue with light pollution. As soon as you get far enough away from the sun, the imagery in front of you is gonna clear up, and you can see the nebula much more, much better defined.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so it's definitely getting bigger now. As we get closer. But I think we have to get really up close before we can start thinking about landing and getting a view. There's a lot of factors to consider there. Kind of wanted to cover up the whole horizon so that when we do finally yeah, it looks like I have to be about 200 light seconds away from the sun.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, there's something funky going on with the distance calculations now. That seems like some sort of regression bug that may have happened in the 105 update. Oh, we have our first twins of the day. Two giant. Wow. Alright, I can't do that.
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh yeah, alright, here we go. And 3. And back. Up. And ta-da. And screenshot. Twitter. Come on, buddy. All right. All right, this can be a little tricky. Gotta be careful and not try and go in between them, because that would be hot. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right. Let's get over there.
Fuel scooping complete.
10 jumps away. Still, that's still over 300 light years.
Frameshift drive.
Let's do another 5 jumps and see what it looks like. And I mean, I'm not sure if we really can tell when we're in it and when we're not, so. Not like it's a hard physical border or anything, it's just
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
I kind of want to get close enough so that thing is,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
you know, filling up most of my horizon. It's definitely getting there.
Frameshift drive charging.
I wish I knew what that galaxy that's down there. There's a name on that. No, that is not a selectable object, so I can't pick it and find out.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so now we need to have some luck with finding systems with planets as well.
Fuel scooping.
Speaking of,
Fuel scoop disengaged.
19 should give us something. Let's see what that is. That is a gas giant. With a moon. Let's head out there. We can check and see what the nebula looks from out there. Maybe we can land on its moon and have a look. Or at least we can do a flyby of the moon and see how it looks. I don't really want to spend the time of going through landing and takeoff unless there is a reasonable expectation that it's gonna look pretty cool. All right. There's actually a very interesting cluster of giants here orbiting each other. With moons. And rings. Sorry, I'm fiddling a lot with the map right now, but gotta try to figure out where everything is. Ah, good morning. Good afternoon. Yes, it's afternoon for you guys. Right, so I can't decide if I wanna try a... can skim over the ring and get a view of the rings, the planet, and the nebula maybe. Yeah. What was it? H83? Here we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, there's something very, very wrong with some of the distance calculations now. Not the distance, with the display of distances. The calculations are correct, and the numbers displayed are wrong. All right, it's not. It is not 179 trillion. 694 billion. No, that's even worse.
Frameshift drive charging.
Those numbers are really, really wrong. Alright, it's starting to get really big now. I hope not. See, now the numbers are correct. Alright, I'm gonna... Okay, so that's another gas giant. Let's see if there's anything cool over here. Lots of cool stuff. One landable thing. Alright, let's do one more jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so did I actually go inside it now, or am I still on the outside? I need to be about 200 light seconds from the star to get a good view of things. Alright, so there it is. Okay, Alexa, I wasn't talking to you. We are now 500 light seconds from the sun. Let's have a look on the galaxy map. Alright, so we may actually now have crossed... no, it looks like we're still outside. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go and see if we can land on this thing and still have a view of the nebula. I think this is as close as I can get without risking being inside. Just to get one last shot before we enter. Oh crap. Wrong map. Alright, I want to pick this one. Ah, it doesn't actually matter. But let's pick the innermost one. I don't know. I don't know if it's a bug or if the nebula has any effect on anything. I didn't think that they did. Alright, I'm gonna go around this rock and I'm gonna see if I can when I get around on the other side, if I'm facing the nebula. I want to try and land on it so that I am facing that thing.
Orbital flight engaged.
Holy moly, this is a rocky thing, huh? Alright, I think my expectations were a little high on where I was gonna end up. Yeah, but it still says light years at the end of it. It's a little weird. Alright, so I'm gonna put the land. Sorry.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, so I don't know what to expect here. Right, I seem to have gotten turned around, literally. Right, I think we're just gonna take a picture of this one, save screenshot. Not really do anything more with it. Okay. Sorry. That's how I the PlayStation button is what I use to drop the landing gear on the PC side, so alright, we're gonna do a jump from right here. And I gotta do a fuel scoop. So, yeah, I don't, I don't know if there are any effects of being in a nebula or not that would cause issues with. I just gotta get out of the sun to cool off. I don't know if there are any effects with the nebula that would cause any computer issues. It looks to be purely a display issue because I mean it wouldn't allow me to jump if that was the true range. So it looks now like we are inside. Definitely the next couple of jumps will be inside the nebula. So we'll do this jump here. I will see if you can find something to look at. It is definitely kind of dark and airy in here. I need to do another big scoop because somehow I have missed scooping a little bit. Right, so there are some planets around here.
Fuel scooping complete.
So let's see what we got. Oh, validating has been here. I'm not surprised really that somebody has been in the nebula and checked things out. I mean, I know that people has been here because I saw that somebody had a YouTube video on it. Gonna just check out the galaxy map in here. I mean, definitely, yes, we are inside. There's no doubt about that. Like almost no matter which gas giant that is, there's gonna be something we can see here. Well, let's go to one of the ones that hasn't been discovered. Just because we can. We'll see how things look. I may not do a landing. I might just do another flyby on the rings. And the view is kind of interesting. I don't know, I think the view from the outside was slightly better than the view from the inside. Was there any funky business? Yeah, there's another giant orbiting the giant. I'll just put my name on these two. Why not? Could have at least one of them been a class 2. Class 1 and class 3 doesn't get you much money, but the class 2 can earn you quite a bit. I guess the class 2 has some sort of life forms in the gas clouds or something. Looks like a massive ring around this one. We're gonna do a little skim around this thing. I'll just see if there is anything in any particular direction. We will have a good view of something. You know, if there was a direction we would have some spectacular light or something. Looks like there's some purple light coming over here. Alright, let's see. Back off. Alright. I think we're gonna not do that. Alright, so this next jump is just taking us to the last waypoint, which what I set for being inside the nebula. There, I don't think there's going to be anything different in there than anywhere else.
Frameshift drive charging.
Just a randomly picked star inside the nebula. There was nothing special about it.
3, 2, 1.
And it's a low security system. There should be no police forces in here. Holy moly!
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, so definitely a busy system. Look at all these suns or stars. I wonder if somebody's mapped everything in here. Look at all these stars. That's crazy. Alright, let's have a look at the galaxy map. We'll see if there's anything special in here. So we can go and turn off normal stars. Then zoom out a little bit and see if you can find any Alright. So there's something popping up. See if you can figure out what these guys are. Neutron star. Neutron star. Neutron star. Neutron star. Come on, man. Is there nothing else? Nothing special at all. As far as I can tell. Well, there's Boepp Sue. Let's go over to Boepp suit.
Frameshift drive charging.
Pretty much guaranteed that somebody has already tagged this one. It's a neutron star. Most of the, well, I'm not gonna say most neutron stars have been mapped, but there seems to have been some concerted effort trying to map these guys. There we go. So yeah, it's already been discovered. All right. All right, we're gonna go back to our main job here, which is getting home. BPW. Okay, that's that. For Pete's sake. Stop doing the thing I don't want you to do. So I think the next one is gonna be this one. So this is on our next waypoint on our way home. I'm gonna stay clear of that neutron star.
Frameshift drive
And get out of here.
drive charging.
Alright, so number one task here on the next one is to do a good fuel scoop.
Fuel scooping.
Gonna hang out here for a second. Get filled up. Wanna make sure it doesn't get too hot. Tag the sun while we're at it.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alrighty then.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we'll get away from this nebula and see if those number things clears up. I don't think they will. Whoa!
Fuel scooping.
Now we can see stars again, so I'm pretty sure we're outside the nebula.
Fuel scooping complete.
Let's have a look at the map and see what things look like. Alright, so I'm gonna say that is definitely outside the nebula. But we'll keep an eye on those numbers now and see if they clear up, and they didn't.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, that is 3. All right. Technically, it's not a triplet system, but there is a 4th star over there. Good morning. Good afternoon, Commander Binary. Just found a jackpot of stars here. Come on. 260,000. That's too damn far. It's not. Traveling that far is not worth it. I'm not getting enough money for it. So I know it looks like I'm heading that way, but I'm not really. I'm just gonna get away from the other stars here so I can head out to our next let's see. Okay, so the numbers are still funky. I'm gonna save and exit. And then go back in. I'll go solo just for a minute. Not like it really matters out here. You're pretty much solo anyways. I'm just gonna see if kind of restarting this thing clears the thing,
Frameshift drive charging.
clear anything up.
Ready to engage.
All right, so
4, 3, 1, engage.
all right, so that's a no. The distances here are way out of whack. Alright, I'm gonna save and exit again. Alright, I'm gonna just restart the game. It's just gonna take a second. A little weird with those distances being really out of whack. If it continues, I'm gonna send that screenshot off to Elite Dangerous or Frontier dev with a bug report. Okay. Let's see how things go. All right. Throttle up. Open the galaxy map. Come on. All right. That does look better.
Frameshift drive charging.
It could have just been a really weird thing that happened once.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping.
Let's see how things develop.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright. Alright, good call.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
So I've been thinking a little bit about what I want to do on the PC side. On the PS4 side here with this, where we're now, there really isn't much to think about. And there's only one way to go, and that's homeward. But on the PC side, I have to grind for those modular terminals. And I think the I think the best way of doing that is to build a jumper, you know, like a something maximized for jump range, and just jump over or back to Ceos and Sothis, and just grind that back and forth, because that's where I did get a bunch of modular terminals there yesterday, and then I sold them like a fool. And you know, now I need them. So I was thinking of just buying like a Diamondback Explorer or something, and just equip it with lightweight. I wonder. The Diamondback Explorer has a class 5 frameshift drive. It's almost a Python. What I could do, I could I'm tangled up in wires. I could put my I could have the Diamondback borrow my 5A modified frameshift drive from the Python, which is really max on. Yeah. Yeah, the Diamondback, I have to basically everything that isn't stuff I need has to be cargo for the Diamondback. I might an Asp Explorer might do better. I don't know. I was just hoping to get something that's really good on jumps. So there is that problem. There is that issue that I am gonna need. Yeah, so I might just. Yeah, because a 5E cargo rack that already comes in the Asp Explorer is already 32 tons, which is more than the 25 that I need. Just, it's a lot of money, that's it, that's all. Diamondback Explorer is nothing. And I can borrow my class 5 frameshift drive from the Python for the ASP as well.
Frameshift drive charging.
That one minimized the number of jumps between the bubble and Theos. Just so I can get there and get back with minimum number of jumps.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I think the ASP that I have now on the PC side is too heavy, and I'll gonna probably just buy a new.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I know that that might sound wasteful, but get the money back when I sell it anyway. Do it.
4, 3, 2,
Just gotta remember to swap out that frame shift right before it. That should give me 10-15 light years more, at least. Per jump than the Python.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know if there are any other interesting ships that I can try out. That will get me a good jump distance. Python is struggling now at 25, I think. Because it's it's gotten very heavy with the hull upgrade and all the other stuff that's on it. Not really optimized for a long distance. Really, the Viper? Viper MK4. I can do the Viper. Binary. No, the Viper's only gonna get me the Viper's only gonna get me 25 light years max. Even if I drop some weight on that, it's not getting close to 26, but not enough. That's the same I'm getting on the Python. Type 6 transporter. Alright, let's lightweight that out. Cheap and lightweight. Still doesn't have that class 5 frame shift drive, which is kind of what I wanted because I can borrow it from my Python and get that huge range benefit. Type 6 only gets me 17. Oh, hold on. Okay, that's better. That's 30, but that's only an extra 5 light years over my Python. Even if I take the weapons off, E6 isn't. It has the cargo capacity, but maxing out at 31. Let's see. Module. It has to be one of the ones with a 5, which is the Asp Explorer. The Orca is too expensive. Yeah, it looks like the Asp Explorer is gonna be the best one. I can the range that I'm getting on that modified drive is gonna do wonders on the Asp.
4, 3, 2,
And if I lightweight everything, and even remove the weapons,
view scooping. View scoop disengaged.
yeah, we'll go over to Ray Gateway and build a new Asp. I think. So
Frameshift
I mean,
drive charging. Four, three, two,
I'll get rid of that cargo rack.
view scooping. View scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
All right, so a long distance jumper optimized for 32 tons of cargo. I know sounds kind of oxymoron, but
view scoop.
that is the requirement. I have to move 32 tons of cargo. I guess technically I can get a
View scoop disengaged.
a 24 and a smaller one, but I'm not saving anything on that. I mean, the cargo racks doesn't weigh anything by themselves. I only really have to count the 24 tons that I'm carrying. 25 tons. And in the Asp, I can add extra cargo racks so I can facilitate moving stuff back and forth between Seos and Sothis, and then just I'll not worry about filling that up when I'm leaving. Unless I get one of those 2-ton
View scoop.
bio waste jobs or 2 credits.
View scoop disengaged.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be bringing in. I might just, I might just go with a class 6 cargo racks that has space for 64 tons. And then I'll just, I won't be carrying anything but those modular terminals. going from Ceos and Sothis and back to wherever Qwent is. So it doesn't really matter much what I use for ship between Sothis and Ceos. I can even arm it up a little bit. I just need it to be stripped down for the the 400 light years between Ceos and the bubble, or where I need to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right, so we are moving along swimmingly here. In an hour's time, the community goals will expire, and there will be new goals. Since I have been out here in the deep black now for the last 2-3 weeks,
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop
I don't have any. I need to scoop fuel. I don't have any thinking that. Be nice to see what's going on for that.
fuel scooping complete.
And since we are
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so I'm not gonna do a PC stream today. If I do a second stream later, it'll be more of this. I need to get this home and down my data.
Fuel scooping complete.
But tomorrow we'll go back on the PC. We'll buy an ASP. I think I wanna. I don't know. That sounds like a gimmick. But I think I'll do a poll and see what we can pick for name for my new ASP. So I'll take suggestions on that, and then we can do a poll, and then we can name the ship based on what the viewers in the stream think. My preference in naming ships is after how should I put it nicely? Deceased rock legends. So something like that. would be some of the names I would suggest would
Frameshift drive
some
charging.
some of those people, whether it's the name it's of the person itself or
4, 3, 2,
some
1.
song title or something else closely tied to it.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
But that's gonna be tomorrow. Today we're working on
Frameshift drive charging.
getting towards the Eagle Nebula now. I doubt we're gonna get there.
4, 3, 2.
We can have a look and see what our distance to Nebula is, but we're still gonna be 1,000 light years away from that. Now let's see.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, that's
Fuel scoop disengaged.
and galaxy map. Right, so where are we in the world? Where along? There are all these other nebulae. Nebula is right. Going like down this line almost. They're in the line one. 7,000 light. There is Amun's terminal. Is that what the dots? Those three? Is that what it means? I never put that together. My ETA on the bubble. Um, That's very hard to estimate. Um, very, very hard to estimate. I haven't been timing this at all. Generally, a jump is a minute. A little bit over a minute. So if you're really doing speed racing, then you can sort of guesstimate that a little bit. So let's have a look here. Making sure the temperature is fairly stable here. I'm gonna move out anyways. We're gonna. All right. So if you're looking at, let's see. I guess Kuhn is kind of outside the bubble, isn't it? All right. Seriously, getting tired of this. So this is 16,000 light years. Let's do the calculation on that. I got 16,000, and I'm doing 33 light years per jump. Let's do 32. Okay, so that's 500 jumps, and then multiply that by 90 seconds. That is so many seconds, and then we divide that by 60 and we get minutes. That's 750 minutes. Divide that by 60, we get 12.5 hours. But that is in a super straight line. Uh,
drive charging.
but yeah, so it looks like it's gonna be like 12, 13 hours of game time before I'm back in the bubble.
3, 2,
So I'm probably not gonna be streaming all of that. And I know I put it in for 90 seconds per jump, and I don't know if that's uh, accurate. It really depends on how you're timing it. The best way of doing that is to do 10 jumps and calculate when you started and uh, when you finished.
fuel scooping complete. Frame
Oh,
shift drive charging. Frame shift drive charging. Four, three, two,
alright, there's another
fuel scooping.
pair of twins here.
Fuel scooping
Getting a little
complete.
squeezed.
Frame shift drive
I think,
charging.
okay, well this is the last one, is this waypoint. So we did, you know, we've done 900 light years now since, you know, since the nebula.
Four, three, two,
Alright, so this is the last one on this leg. Um,
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
so, trying to figure this out in the scientific method. I'm gonna plot this route. That was fast. Then we're gonna go back here, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is 10 jumps. That distance is 287 light years. Damn it. Right. This is not. I thought 287 was a little short. So I'm looking for about 320-ish. $350. 320. Ten jumps. Oh, damn it, we just missed a 0-0. Gonna speed jump those 10 and we'll see how long it takes. Gonna start when the clock in the top right corner is 14:24. That's when I'll hit hyper jump. Now we'll time it. I will also put the timer on here. All right. No. All right. Sorry, I missed that. There's all kinds of confusion about what the kids are doing today. so 14:25. We're gonna start the jumping. This time I'm ready. All right. There we go. Are you kidding? Okay, so it's like 15 seconds just to spin up the drive and count down. That's good to know. So there's gonna be nothing other than fuel scoop and jump for the next few jumps. Alright, getting ready for the next jump. Waiting for the temperature to get down. Right, fuel. Go. So it is only a little bit over a minute per jump. And I mean, really just barely a few seconds over a minute. But it is gonna depend a little bit on where we arrive with regards to stars and where the endpoint is going to be, how much time we spend scooping. So that was I started the third jump just 2 minutes after started the first. We were a little short on fuel scooping there. Probably could have gone a little deeper. Alright, I'm gonna go over and around. And also depend on how soon you want to start the jump. So we've fallen like what, 4 seconds behind now on the 1 minute jump. Alright, so we're back onto jumping exactly at 0. Ah, come on, that was an accident. Alright, we lost some time on that. I accidentally opened the galaxy map. But the trend seems to be if you try really, really hard and stay focused, it's literally 60 seconds for a jump from when you hit jump until you are around the star and hit the next jump.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right, so I'm gonna wait until the temperature drops under 60%.
Frameshift drive charged.
So we lost about 14 seconds because of that accidental galaxy map incident.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping.
The thing is, you can go closer to the star to scoop more efficiently, but your problem then is higher temperature.
Frameshift drive charging.
And
4, 3, 2.
you lose a lot of speed going too close, which means it's gonna take you longer to get out of the sun, which means you're gonna have to deal with longer time to get far enough away to cool off enough to do the jump. So there's all these things playing together here.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so I didn't cheat, I just went a little bit further out. Keep my speed up.
4, 3,
This is the last jump. Gonna get there at 14:35, which means it is adding up to be 1 minute per jump. And there isn't another destination here. Gonna go around here and hook it up. And here's the 10 minutes. Back to our calculator and 16,000 light years divided by 32 light years per jump is 500 jumps. 65 seconds per jump. Seems fair. So we then so speed racing back to the bubble in a straight line is 9 hours. I don't think I can live stream 9 hours of that. Battery on my phone is already running out. Alright. Kids are all set. Right, we have to do some scanning more than just honking in order to get some valuable scans go towards the explorer ranking. Even done to the flow arps.
Frameshift drive charging.
So yeah, there's also going to be the detour over to the Eagle Nebula, and then from there on in towards the bubble. I'm gonna plot courses by using those remote outposts. So I looked those up again and plot them in here. I don't know if I put them all in.
Frameshift drive charging.
But let's see. So there's still going to be another 10 to 12 hours of game time before I get back to the bubble. So that's, if I do 3 hours a day, that's 4 days. So PS4 stream, yeah, this weekend I probably won't be able to do too much this weekend. So next Thursday is next Thursday is a possible ETA for arrival in the bubble. So
Charging.
I'm considering selling a lot of my exploration data as soon as I get to the Eagle Nebula.
3, 2,
That way I won't lose anything. And then if that doesn't get me the elite rank that I'm looking for, I have the whole way from the Eagle Nebula and back to the bubble to pick up the rest.
fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what the community calls are gonna be. That should be up in about 15-20 minutes. It won't matter much for my PS4 commander here. May or may not impact my PC plans.
fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
But at least we got those weird numbers sorted out. Restarting. Starting the game.
3, 2,
That was really weird.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so we're almost at the end here. This leg. Going pretty fast.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
A little bit disappointing with the amusement park trip cancelled for the kids, but not much point going in the rain.
Disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Can cut a few seconds off the whole process here by jump it at 62 or 64% on the temperature scale. You're still moving away from the sun fast enough that any gain in temperature from your drive will be cancelled out by the loss of temperature from the growing distance from the sun. So here I jumped at 61 and it never gets over 64, so there's no danger of any equipment overheating. Well, I haven't checked out, I can't check out, I'm jumping. I haven't really checked out the status of my modules yet. I don't see any reason why it should be damaged. I haven't had any incidents. I am racking up the miles on this frameshift drive though. Right, so we're going a little deep, so the temperature is getting good and high. And that was too slow. Everything is 100% that needs to be. I can fix these guys, but there's really no point. Alright, so I'm just gonna rush to the end of this waypoint. And we'll see what we'll do later. I'm getting a little tired of the jumping here, so.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so we're almost at the end of this leg of the journey. When we get there, we're gonna wrap it up. Both me and the dog needs a break.
Fuel scooping.
So I think it's a good spot to stop and see after lunch if I'm coming back or not. I'm not gonna pull it out, but you know, it's gonna be more of the same. I'm just
Frameshift drive charging.
speed jumping essentially towards the along the path here. I'm gonna have to put in the waypoints between the end of this stretch and Eagle's Landing.
Fuel scooping.
All right, dog.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Alright. So that was the last jump for now. We have run out of... We have run out of road.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh. Windy. We're gonna have a look at this star. And I'll put my name on it if somebody hasn't already. Alright, there it is. We have traveled 3,000 or 4,000 light years today, which is a good distance. But that's gonna be it for now. As I said, both me and the dog needs a break. So I'm gonna walk the dog, see if I can get myself an energy drink or something, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. But for now, it is game over, and hopefully I'll see you later. Alright, bye.